Hey, yo, trust, man. This 38 Spesh, man. Shout out to AllHipHop.com, man. Trust.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your man, Chuck Creekmur, a.k.a. Jigsaw.
Yes, yes.
My man, DJ Thoro.
Yes, Thorozano.
We have a special guest, 38 Spesh,
38.
Rochester's own.
38. Let's go.
What's good? Yo, man, let's just get right to it. Yesterday, you had a film screening for your new album, an album film screening.
Right.
It was crazy, man. I sat in the theater, and I got to give you props, man. You know, I was just saying off camera that there's an extra mile when people do what they supposed to do, then there's an extra mile, then there's a mile after the mile. And that's where the excellence is. Mm-hmm. You did your thing.
I appreciate that.
Definitely.
Bro.
What made you go there with an album?
Well, when I was making the album, it gave me a feeling that I could see. I could see, I could visualize it, and I didn't want to just make a video.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. The album was me being very introspective on, you know, past experiences, and, you know, I wanted to shoot a movie. Period.
Yeah.
Just from hearing it, just from making it, I'm like, yo, this seemed like a film, but I didn't think I was gonna be able to accomplish it. You know what I mean? But you know, with the help of the team, I put it together.
Yeah.
Facts.
Mother and Gun is the title.
Facts.
Why that title?
Well, you know, I dedicated the project to my mother. You know what I mean? She a couple years ago from a reckless car driver. Yeah, and you know, instead of using the term mother and son, I use mother and gun because, you know, I'm 38 Spesh, you know what I'm saying? And as I start to get more in the album, you know, I explain the title even more, explaining how my most reliable resources was my mother and my gun. You know, throughout life, those been my most reliable resources.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just like, you know, something that I can always rely on.
Right.
Yeah.
And, you know, that's where the whole concept of the album. So it's a conceptual album, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You can listen to it from the front to the back and actually see what's going on. You know what I mean?
Right.
Before you see the movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Now you got to tell us about the guest appearances in the movie and the album. But talk about it in the movie, though.
So, you know, in the movie, you know, it's first off, I got Shay Noah playing my mother in the movie. Shout out to Shay Noah. She's the best female rapper out. Y'all make sure y'all go and check her out. You know, I got her playing my mother in the movie. And then it's crazy because, you know, it starts off with her actually giving birth to me. And the doctor that's delivering me is Marley Marl.
Yo.
How did you pull that off? First of all,
crazy. Yo, I was like, yo, that was crazy.
That was crazy, right, bro?
Yeah, I was trying not to do spoilers, but that was crazy.
That was crazy. Yeah. Thanks, bro. Yeah. So, you know, we got Marley Marl in there. You know, I got Meth in there. Shout out to Method Man. Yeah. I got Havoc in there. Shout out to Havoc. I got Lloyd Banks in there.
Yeah, Banks popped out.
Yeah, you find Banks at Banks on low, yo.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, I got you know, my homie Class Murder on there, and you know, a few up and coming actors. You know what I'm saying? I got my homeboy Juice in there, which is Orange Juice Jones' son.
He the one with the wavy hair, right?
He's the one. He's playing my father in the film. Shout out to my man Juice. You know what I'm saying?
Orange Juice Jones is in this joint.
Orange Juice Jones is in it as well. You know, he's in the courtroom. You know, and you know, yeah, man, it's
a real movie.
Yeah, man.
How did you do the casting? Like, Marley Marl? How did you go? Yo, I need Marley Marl to deliver me. How did that happen?
Well, you know, conceptually, you know, Marley Marl, you know, is the OG and started this sampling thing,
right?
You know, and that, you know, that, so you know that conceptually, you know, he gave birth to what I'm doing.
So
you know. It was just it was the best thing. So, you know, shout out to Marley Marl, you know what I mean, for being involved. Man, you know what I mean?
He's a legend, bro.
Come on.
Big time.
You can't even.
He's more than a legend.
Time.
Like, what would we do without Marley Marl and the Juice Crew?
Yeah, think about the body of work from the 80s to the early 90s. That was all his production.
No, for real, though. Yeah. That was all him.
All him.
Yeah.
Like, single-handedly.
Yeah.
All
he
him.
put the blueprint down.
That's crazy, yo.
Right.
Would Wu-Tang exist if it wasn't for the Juice Crew?
I don't think so
Yeah.
because again, you have a blueprint. You have to have something to follow up. Have something to get inspired. Everybody's inspired by something
Yeah.
or someone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Agreed.
RZA is definitely inspired by Marley Marl because Marley Marl was before RZA. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Shout out
definitely
to
what
Marley
happened.
Marl, legendary.
Shout out to Marley Marl.
Shout out to Marley, man.
Word. So me personally, man, I've been a fan of your work a long time. Like one of my favorite records is the one with you and AZ. Honest Truth.
Yeah, that's
like
my
you
shit.
you have a knack. I don't know who came up with that video, but it was a cartoon. It was cartoon animated, and then it was live. It was a cartoon car, but it was live.
Yes.
But the footage he was driving was live, so it was a mixture of animation and real life. So
Right.
your visuals or whoever came up with that.
Right. Shout out to my man Pape. He actually did the animation and he did the animation at
Yeah.
the end of the film.
Okay. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. His mom
Right.
is in a small mini,
Yeah,
epilogue.
Yeah, at the end after the credits.
With
and-
half
Right.
animation.
So you've always had a knack for I'll call standing out because a lot of times what happens is anybody can ride a wave, but nobody creates waves. Like you come from a creative wave, create a wave. You know what I mean? Like the whole video, nobody was doing that. Like
Right.
I pay attention to detail. You know what I mean? Like his videos is. A car is driving cartoonish, but it's in a live atmosphere. You know what I mean? So that was
at
clever.
first, you said wave. At first, you might say, oh, he's, kind of the Griselda adjacent. But you got your own thing.
I appreciate
And
it.
that was real clear at the screening. It was clear.
I appreciate it.
Yo, seriously, he had the merch. The logo is crazy. I've seen the logo,
Right.
but seeing it on merch is a different
Right.
Bruh, the logo is crazy.
Appreciate that, bro.
I'm a logo maker.
Oh, okay.
So when I see a
You made
good
this?
logo, yeah, I made this, I made that.
Okay.
When I see a
Style
good
you slam
logo,
dunked it. Right.
I'm like, yo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I appreciate
Yeah.
that, man.
So shout out to whoever who I don't even want to know who did it unless you did it.
Nah, I ain't do it.
Okay, all right, all right.
I ain't do it. One of my secret weapons, though.
Yeah,
I like that.
secret weapons
Secret weapons.
is nice.
Shit,
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
This is one of my secrets.
So your movement though,
Yeah. Trust.
talk about that a little bit.
You know, the movement, Trust Come First, TCF Music Group. That Trust is my movement, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's like a collective of artists sharing information.
Right.
A lot of people look at it as a label. I am a label, but, I'm a label. You know what I'm saying? And I don't really, go signing other artists.
Right.
But I deal with other artists, and it's like a community of information sharing. You know what I'm
Gotcha.
saying? So with that, we form a trust. You know? So it's
Right.
a bunch of different artists, and we just utilize each other's resources and share information.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? As opposed to the old-fashioned route of me trying to sign artists
Sign
and
out, right.
all of that thing. I and that's the route I take, just so I don't have to be responsible for nobody's, career or anything like that. I just give them the information, and you take it and do what you do with it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What made? I mean, obviously you said just you don't want to be responsible, but what made you take that approach? Because first of all, it's kind of unheard of. I don't really know anybody that does that. And secondly, trust is something you don't have much of in the game, streets or the labels and the industry.
Agreed. It's just the same approach that I took when I was outside running around. You gotta have trust in the people that that you're dealing with, and I really realized the power in the empowering the folks that's around you. You know what I'm saying?
That one day.
So it adds another layer to my success.
Right.
And I love for people around me to be successful, and if I could have a hand in that,
Right.
that's an extra sense of security for me.
Right.
I love to have a lot of people that I could possibly call one day and it'd be hard for them to tell me no, even
Right.
if I don't utilize it.
Even if you don't utilize it.
You know what I'm saying? So, with that mentality, I've gained to establish a lot of helpful relationships.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And was able to gain the trust of the people that I actually deal with. And with that, that has helped the movement grow,
Right.
sufficiently.
And I guess you don't have beef with people too, like when they want to get out of a deal or they're
nah.
not happy.
Nah.
No, it happens. That's business.
I don't put people in a situation where they would want to get out of something. If you want to get away from a person that's giving you information, that's your whole
Right.
thing. I'm not here to like try to hold no artist down. If I believe in an artist, the best thing I could do is just get them the information that I got.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, as opposed to me trying to capitalize off them.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Are you 100% independent?
100% independent.
Who's distributing your work?
Well, I've dealt with a few different distributors.
Okay.
From Empire,
Okay.
the old E1, which is now Monarch, also Orchard.
Orchard.
Yeah, my
Right.
last album came out through Orchard.
So this project here, who's
came out through Orchard. This came out through Orchard.
Orchard,
Shout out
okay.
to Orchard. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying?
Shout out to Orchard. All right.
Definitely.
So
I got a question for you about the movie. Why a black cop?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
So, you know, that really wasn't done intentionally.
Okay.
When I was doing my casting, I put on a casting call for cops to actually come prepared who had their own uniforms. And, you know, shout out to Norman Outlaw. He actually just came so ready. It just was like I had to use him, you
Right.
know.
Yeah.
And he actually, even though he was black, he gave me cop vibes.
Yeah.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
But it's kind of good he didn't use a white cop because that's typical.
Yeah.
Right.
That's true too.
So
Right.
maybe he didn't want to do something typical. That's very typical. The white cop, the only white cop. Right. You know what I mean? That's typical. That's what we used to.
It's life though.
That's life. You know what I mean?
But I
So-
get it. I mean,
Right.
but he was the
He was
just
the
perfect.
one. He was perfect for the role.
He looked like a hater too.
Yeah, that's
He
what
had a
that's what
hater-
they gave me, them
He
hater
gave a
vibes.
hater
You know what I'm
vibe.
saying? Fact, though.
I was like, this
yo,
dude
yeah, you're
hates.
perfect.
Yeah.
You're perfect.
Yeah. So when, like, how is this going to be put out?
So right now, I'm going on a like 7-8 city tour
Okay.
where I'm gonna be, you know, just screening it in these different cities, doing meet and greets with my fans, giving them a chance to come out, you know, see it personally, shake hands, get some merchandise. After I do my rounds with that, then I'll release it on, you know, some streaming platforms.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So,
So,
when did you realize, like, okay, I got something here? Because, you know, obviously people just see the highlights.
so what you mean? If I was the movie?
As far
Oh,
as
so-
as far as your career,
far
like
as
where
my
you
career?
at right now, when did you realize, all right, I could do this for a living? This is actually working. You know,
I say about 5-6 years ago, after I put out the Sonny G rap album.
okay,
You know, I say this a lot. Like, you know, I held on to the Sonny G rap album for 4 years before I put it out.
before you put it out,
Just to gain the knowledge of how to actually put something out the correct way.
right?
Prior to that, I used to just put things out and just put it out.
see where-
yeah,
see
and
what happens.
you know, so you know, after investing a lot of money in that project, I didn't want to just put it out.
Right.
So I had to gain a lot of knowledge on how to properly put it out. After I gained that knowledge on how to properly put it out, that's when I realized it could be a career.
It could be a career,
That's when I realized, oh, okay, I had to just understand where the money come from.
right?
You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's good because I tell artists all the time, you know, success is subjective. If you're getting paid to do something, no matter the amount, you've made it. You know what I mean?
I agree with that.
You've made it.
If you getting paid to do what you love, you definitely made it.
You've made it.
You know what I'm saying?
Whatever that number is.
Whatever that number
You made
is. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
A lot of people think you got to be selling 1 billion records at $1 million. No, if you're making a living doing what you're doing now, no matter the number, you have made it.
Yeah.
Agreed.
You
It's
know?
crazy. I just saw Freeway perform. Freeway performed at the. First of all, Freeway is like the king of Philly now. He performed at the Usher concert. Last night he did Nicki Minaj. He's doing stuff in the community.
Right.
I was just like, yo, I don't know. It just reminded me of someone that's just living. Because, you know, at first glance, you might be like, oh, he just, you know, from back in the day.
Right.
But he killing it right now.
Killing it. You killing it.
Yeah.
Free's a hustler. Shout out to Free,
Yeah.
man.
Right.
Yeah.
What inspires you to do music?
Oh, man, I'm just a music child, man. You know, like, I was born in it. My pops was a DJ.
Oh, yeah? What was his name?
He wasn't no DJ that you would know.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Did he have a name, like a DJ name, though?
Not really.
Not really? Okay.
But, you know, he was just like, you know, a local DJ and you know, man, so I grew up around records and equipment and like that. My older brother was a rapper, you know what I mean? And, you know, that type of shit. So, you know, I started early. You know what I mean? Like, I started early, so I was one of those music kids.
Kids, right.
Yeah, I started playing, like, instruments at early age.
Oh, you
That's
play
why I
instruments.
produce.
So,
Yeah.
dope. Yeah, I know you.
Yeah,
We're going to get on
of
to
course,
that.
yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, I started producing at like 15 years old, 14,
Okay.
15 years old.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, you know, I started young.
Right.
Yeah, that's why I'm polished. They're like, this ain't no overnight shit.
Right. No, I know.
No, this was like 20 years of polishing the craft and shit. I'm just speaking to the people out there.
Right.
You know, like, you know, they gonna hear the, you know, the seasoning. The seasoning.
Yeah, and the beats is banging, bro.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, definitely. I was wondering if you were giving up rapping at a point, cause
nah,
You can't do that.
Nah. It just you know, producing is like playing a video game to me.
Right.
I could sit down and do that all day. You know, I don't play video games.
Right.
I produce.
You produce.
So I pick up the MPC and get busy all day like it's a game.
Right.
I could do that all day. Roll up and do that all day. So, you know, when it come to me writing that shit, I'm putting a lot into that. That's coming from real life experience.
Right.
That ain't something that I'm gonna do every day. I have to actually live to go get content to come back to be able to spit that out.
Right.
So, you know, that's why I'm not gonna put out as much as I would do on the production side. But the production side could keep, you know, things going and shit like that while I'm chilling.
He's what I call a double threat.
Yeah.
These are double threats. Diamond D.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Producer, rapper.
Yeah.
Large Professor.
Yeah.
Producer, rapper.
Yeah.
Eric Sherman.
Yeah.
Producer, rapper. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's a double threat.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
absolutely.
That's how a lot of people
Triple
started
threat with the
hip-hop.
label.
Triple threat with the label. We used to do everything, like b-boy, graffiti, whatever. Like, we come from a lineage of, we did everything.
Yeah,
it was never in a box. And that's the cloth he's like cut from us. You know
That's
what
a
I mean?
fact. You did the new Grafh project.
Yes, I did. Front to back. Produced every joint on there.
Okay.
Yeah, you've done a few of those.
Yeah, that's the second one that I did with Grafh.
With Grafh, yeah.
You know what I'm
Grafh
saying?
is dope, man.
Yeah, Grafh fire. Shout out to Grafh.
That Grafh is definitely dope.
That's my bro.
Now, what made you not do it on this project?
So, you know, when I be working on my, like, this project I consider more like an album, and I got a lot of dope producers that I gained relationships with throughout my career. And just because I produce, people think that, like, I don't shop for beats still. I'm looking for beats consistently. You know what I'm saying? So with me, it wasn't about me just doing it. I was looking for the best production. It ain't matter who it came from.
Right.
So, you know, producers sending me stuff that's not gonna make the album. I only made one joint on the album. And I'm dope. So if I only made one joint, I don't feel bad if your joint ain't make the cut, because I only made one joint on the album.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's just the way that I go for the best music at that time.
You pick unbiasedly, like it's what's best. Not
It don't matter who it came from.
See, a lot of people that can't do that. They're like selfish-minded, if you will.
Definitely.
I'm producing this, I ain't paying. I'm gonna just do the. That happens.
It happens.
It happens. You know what I mean?
And you would be well within your rights to do that, by the way.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, I got all the tools to make it.
What do you use to make beats? What
I'm an MPC guy.
MPC,
Yeah.
Renaissance.
Right now it's the XL, but I travel with the little studio joint.
Studio joint.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But I got them all.
You got them all.
Yeah,
right.
I've been doing. I started on the 2000 XL. That's what I learned on.
We had one in here somewhere, but
I learned
Renaissance
on
right behind
2000
you.
XL.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm probably like 14, 15 years old.
Right.
You know, and
You self-taught or you just watched, learned?
OG showed me. You know, and OG showed me, sat me down, and then another OG put me next to one, you know, and I got nice on it.
Yeah.
Right.
I said, it was my video game. You know what I'm saying?
Dope.
So I got nice on it. By the time I was 17, I was the man with that machine.
With that machine, right.
Yeah.
Who's your GOAT producer?
Man, Primo is, Primo. Preem is like,
Right.
the guy to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, and after Preem, it's a bunch of them. You know, it's a bunch of them. You know, with damn, it's a long list, man. I'll be here for days and I'll be missing.
Yeah.
You know, we just leave it at
Preem.
Preem.
Like
Yeah, we leave it at Preem though, man. That's the GOAT.
Yeah, no one can argue with that. You know.
What's your favorite Preem beat? Now that's a hustle.
That ain't hard for me. Above the Clouds.
Above the Clouds. Okay.
Above the Clouds is my favorite Preem beat. Yes.
You know.
Okay.
Nas is like.
Nas is like. I think mine is J. Rule. Come clean.
Come clean.
That's fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was it. That was so original.
That was the one where it was like
orthodox. Water dripping off the pipe and you get with it. Yeah, that's unorthodox production right there.
we could
We go for days about Preem.
for sure. Rochester. Tell us, Green Lantern's from there, right?
Definitely.
What's in the water there?
It's
Man, poverty, drugs, no opportunity, you know, like that. You know what I mean? You get creative under them circumstances.
Yeah.
But there's no opportunity to display the talent with being 5-6 hours away from New York.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's like, you know, we really like a real lost borough. You know, we very far. So overcoming, getting out of there is the first obstacle, you know, because it's a lot of talent there.
Yeah.
But getting out of there is an obstacle by itself.
Right.
Getting heard from that distance is an obstacle. There's nowhere, you know, I'm actually the first person to do everything that's being done
from Rochester.
Yeah.
See, Rochester definitely has a lot of talent. I don't know if you're familiar with this guy, and I like to bring up people that I see working hard, and he's from your town. You ever heard of Young Sleep?
Sound familiar?
Yeah, so he's from your area code.
Okay.
He's from there.
Check him out.
The dude is incredible. He has a whole album out with Royal Flush.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so he's nice. He's from that lineage. Like for
That's
whatever
dope.
reason, Upstate got a sound like they didn't conform to what's going like like they have a sound.
Kind of saved the
Right. I would say, in my opinion, Upstate is the actual New York. I'm just gonna say it. That's how I feel.
It is New York.
now.
Yeah, right now it is.
Right now.
It is because
That's where New York hip hop is.
right, when I hear somebody, I'm like, oh, they from Upstate. You hear it. You know what I mean? But now people like, I mean, it is what it is. Like you don't know where nobody's from no more when they rhyme and in the music they're doing because they're trying to conform to what's popular, what's getting played, or what they think they need to do. Upstate they're in their own world, and I always told people you have to be in your own world to stand out. You know, to be a superstar. That's what happened to Wu-Tang when they did the karate flicks. Nobody was doing karate flicks and speaking God body talking 5%. Nobody was doing it other than brand Nubians and people like that. They was in their own world and people adapted to their world. They didn't try to come out and sound like Snoop at the time, or they didn't come out trying to sound like Biggie at the time, or whoever was popping at the time. Everybody had their own identity, and Upstate definitely have their own identity. Man. So shout out to Rochester, man.
How do you feel about the jokes? The jokes that they be having about New York. They like, if you from...
Oh, they say that. Man, I've been dealing with that my whole life.
Yeah.
You gotta realize, man, like, you know, I've been inside of the juvenile detention system as a kid. So when you going up here and then you coming across kids that's from New York that never left their borough and they kids, they think that it's just cows and horses. Outside of it. Yeah. So like you gotta realize like Rochester sounds like Westchester.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, yo. So it's like, what the fuck is that? You know what I'm saying? So I've been dealing with that my whole life and shit, you know what I'm saying? But it's dope that it's the music that's showing like, hold the fuck up, there's something going on up there.
Sound, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Dope up there, yo.
Yeah.
It's just what's coming out of there. Like you definitely have an identity. Like Rochester specifically has an identity.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now, without identity, you adapted. Was that something you consciously said, oh, we got a sound, I'm going to stick to that, or I'm going to try to sound like this, I'm going to try to do like that?
Yeah, so you got to realize, man, as an artist, especially with the programming of the outside perspective of the industry, because I say it's two perspectives. So it's the outside perspective and then the inside perspective.
Right.
The inside perspective, I would say, is when you start actually making money off of it. When you're not making money off it, you have a different perspective of it, and you have a different idea of how this actually works, which is not necessarily the right way. You know what I'm saying? So, me, I just knew, like, as an artist, I try everything. You know, with the programming, you think you got to get on the radio, so you try this. So, you know, and you think that, okay, these kind of beats is what's acceptable, it might get me in the club, so let me rap on this.
Right.
So we go through that as artists.
Right.
After a while of realizing, like, hold up, it took me a while to realize, like, I gotta rap for one person. Not everybody. And Primo told me that. Primo told me, like, yo, don't rap for everybody, just rap for your homeboys. Rap for your friends. You know? And that was a little confusing because my friends listen to all kind of music, but I understood what he was saying. Like, stay in your lane, rap about what you live, rap about what your friends is living,
right?
Because it's a million people like them,
right?
Everybody else.
Right.
I took that, and now when I step in the booth, I ain't thinking about a club. I ain't thinking about no radio.
Right.
I'm not thinking about none of that shit.
Right.
I just want to make the best music. And with that, I get a great result.
Get a result. Right.
It's no pressure to conform.
Right. So I said the same. Yeah, I completely agree because I tell artists that are confused, like music is supposed to be an expression of your environment, your experiences, not what you see was popular. You know what I mean? So if you're from the South Bronx, why? Just my opinion too. Why are you using terminology from the South if your terminology is you're not even using your own lineage, your own terminology because you're trying to sound like someone down there that's popping. You're not speaking on your experiences, your thought process, and things that happen where you're from. You know what I mean? Like even the street you're from. You're not even talking about your neighborhood. You're talking about something else that's down here, and that's where people go wrong. You know what I mean? So obviously you figured that out, and that's kind of what Primo was saying. Like rap for your friends. Your friends are where you live. Your friends are not down here. Your friends are not on the West Coast.
Rap for your people.
Right, rap for
your community.
Your community, and a lot of artists are not rapping for their community.
You have a little bit of a southern flow.
So not what it is. It's the accent.
Okay.
So like in my household, you know, my parents, my mother specifically, you know, that she got a accent, southern accent.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And that come from, you know, however they talk to you in your household is how you're gonna gain your accent.
Right.
Yeah.
So, you know, that come from a lot of families migrated from the South.
From the South.
Yeah.
To them cities upstate because New York was too fast.
Right.
So they needed something that kind of reminded them, you know what I mean, of where they was from.
Yeah.
So a lot we listen to a lot of Southern music. We ride in Chevys on chrome and like that. People wear gold in their mouth. It's a lot of Southern culture that was bought from these places.
Right.
So it's a mixture of everybody. You know, everybody goes back to the South. Everybody
has a cousin from the South.
Yeah,
everybody.
But it's a lot more heavy up there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's where the accent come from.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But the flow is New York.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
The flow is. Let's clarify that.
Let's clarify that.
It's not a South flow. It's an accent. It's just kind of a Southern accent.
Put him down
I was
there.
not trying to offend.
Definitely.
Shout out to
I wasn't trying to offend you, bro.
Shout out to the South.
Shout out to the South though, definitely.
You know, one thing.
We all come from the South.
One thing that kind of annoyed me is that Spotify did not serve up your album to me.
Word?
Yeah.
Like they didn't tell you my was out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I was.
Spotify, y'all gotta fix that.
That was a epic fail because I rock with your music.
And that should have been. Yeah.
I was like,
I appreciate you telling me that.
yeah, I want you to know because, you know, we talk about this all the time. You know, sometimes it's hard to hear or catch up what's going on. It's like people just drop albums and you don't even know. They might not even have a PR person. And I was like, yo, okay, this is out. And it's good. So the algorithm really did me dirty. Straight dirty.
We gotta fix that.
Yeah.
Facts.
All right. Yo, what are some of the adversities you faced? Like, what are some of the things you hate about this industry? Because I'm sure there are things that you hate about it.
Yeah, think on that one.
Nah, man, I ain't really gotta think. I'm just don't want to be saying too much.
Right. No, this is the platform to say
The
too
thing
much.
about it, though, honestly, what I don't like is when you rap,
Uh-oh.
Say it. Speak on it.
run from me. See me, though, and act like y'all not running from me. And then keep running from me. And that bothers me. Now, what I mean by that, what I mean by that is, you know, act like, yo, I'm gonna send you a verse. Yo, I'm gonna hop on this joint. And not even like, it's not like you asking. You know, some motherfuckers be like, nah, we gonna, and then when you send a joint, they run. And I understand it's a lot of pressure rapping behind me.
Right. Talk your talk.
No, I understand that it's a lot of pressure, but you gotta be honest with yourself. Like, bro, I don't want to do. You know, I'm still waiting on verses back from people pre-COVID and shit.
You hit it with the Varnell Hill.
I
We
ain't
gonna
lying to you, man. Pre-COVID and shit, man, it's crazy.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I understand I'm a ball guard.
Right,
You know, it could get a little.
Okay.
You know, so yeah, that's the only shit that bothered me. Saying they're gonna do some shit,
Don't do it.
You know, I'm real big on my word, and
Right.
you know what I'm saying, and like, you know, even though don't nobody owe you shit,
Facts.
I'm not looking for no handout, but don't voluntarily offer some services and say you're gonna do some just because you see me.
Yes, most people are not intellectual. That's how they conversate. They don't know what to say.
Yeah, but I don't like those conversations. That's that lying to kick it. Yeah. We don't gotta do it. We already in the room.
That's the Varnell Hill
shit. Already in the room together.
Yeah.
So it's no reason to lie to kick it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a song. Write a song about it.
I'm gonna do that.
Yeah. See that? I need my 90% for the idea.
38%.
You up to 90?
38%, dog.
Yeah, he went up there. Went from what, 30 to 40 to 90.
He's sharp with it. He said, you get 38%.
38.
I like that. I get it.
38. But boom.
Nah, real.
Yeah. So what's next with you?
Oh man, obviously film.
Film.
Yeah,
Okay.
Film. I'm getting into film.
I love it. I love it,
man. That's what's next. Y'all get prepared to see a lot more production from me, man. You know what I'm saying? You know?
Right.
And that's definitely what's coming next. A whole series of films, period.
Right. Do you have a dream collaboration, somebody you would like to work with that you haven't worked with?
Yeah.
Who would that be?
Nas and Jay-Z.
I see that. I definitely see you and Nas.
Definitely see Nas.
You already did AZ, so you're close. I see that already.
Yeah, I could do Nas, Jay-Z.
Nas would definitely do it.
Eminem, Lil Wayne.
Eminem would actually do it too. And he comes from that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely see Nas though. We talked that into existence, B.
Yeah.
Wayne would do it too.
Yeah. So Nas, Hov, Wayne. Yeah.
It could happen. It's gonna happen.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
it's gonna happen.
Yeah. I don't think they gonna run from it.
Yeah, they ain't gonna run.
They ain't gonna run from it. They gonna come outside.
They ain't gonna run.
They ain't gonna run. They coming outside.
Stand tall. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now the movie, what's your movie? I know you can't tell me what the movie is, but what you thinking, like a universe type thing, a power, like
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
Movies.
Yeah, like little.
I'm already visualizing this.
It's from what you seen last night.
Yeah, I'm
that
definitely...
basically, and they gonna come with albums.
Right.
They gonna come with albums. So like, it's gonna be visual.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, quality is there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we talking about we shooting with the Arri Alexa camera for those that those that know, you know what I'm saying. We shooting with the Arri Alexa, and we got top notch gaffers on deck, you know what I'm saying. And, the production crew is very, very top tier. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I ain't taking no shortcuts with this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm actually we getting permits from the cities and
insurance
and all of that.
Yeah.
Dope.
So
Okay.
no shortcuts with this.
The biggest moment in the movie.
Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it.
All right.
Don't spoil it. All right. Yo, I'm gonna tell you like this though. It was a moment in the movie that the whole theater was going crazy.
Yeah. You telling.
Pull it up on the screen.
When you see the recap, that's exactly what I said. They probably gonna have to delete it because it is a spoiler.
It is a spoiler. Yeah. But
okay.
Yeah.
Damn, I'm mad I didn't make it up there.
Shit. I'm gonna have to punch you back.
Yeah, damn, I deserve that.
Yeah, it's all good, man. Life happens.
Word.
Yo, man, I appreciate you, man. Yo, you keeping some brothers like us, you know what I mean, from leaving. A lot of people leave. A lot of people have left. And we keep using people like you to bring them back. Like, nah, it's not dead. Stop saying it.
Yeah, he's doing it. You don't have to do that. Look.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because a lot of people think they got to do stuff that's not them to make it.
Grafh,
but just to survive.
Even Meth. Come
on,
Meth on a crazy feature run right now. He killing.
I need him to slow down on the weights just a little bit, man. This guy, his shirt, he got
dumbbells.
Yeah, his shirts be a little tight. I'm like, Meth, come on, bro. Wear the baggy shirt, bro. You know what I mean? The shirt be right here with it. Right. But that was a dope video, though.
Facts.
Meth is killing it, man.
Yeah,
There's hope. There's hope. Any final words?
Man, just follow me on all social media platforms. IAMSPESH. I am Spesh. You heard? 38 Spesh. Mother and Gun out right now. Mother and Gun movie coming soon to a theater near you. Trust.
Selling out too.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, selling out, baby.
That's what's up.
That's right.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate
Yeah.
you,
Yeah, man.
No,
Most definitely.
salute.